Okay, is this happening? Oh my gosh, Glinda, we're here. Okay, this is such an exciting time, and thank you for giving me grace as I figure out my life. So I've got my comforter. I've got, I think I've got this all figured out. Let's scrunch it on down. Forgive me for technical difficulties. Are you there? Are we in business? Okay, I think I've got this figured out. Or not. I mean, so we don't have the best quality here, I see. This is why people use like StreamYard and such. Um, Hi. Oh my goodness, you guys make my heart smile. I'm just so touched, so excited that you are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yes, let me know what you're reading. So, what are you reading? I'll make tonight's sprint. It's like my soft launch and figuring out what is happening in the sprint world. So, The Rise and Fall of Ava. Oh, I haven't heard of that. Thank you for being here. What an honor. So, I'm going to put my spectacles on. I'll be having the La Rosa girls joining us in due time. They're currently watching YouTube videos and who knows what they're doing. They're not burning the house down, so that's a good thing. So I don't know if Glenda's still here. I apologize. I see some more folks here. Type in the chat what you're reading tonight. I'm going to keep this short and sweet for the first time. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me for my first ever sprints. This is a soft launch, just testing out equipment, seeing what reading sprints will be like for me, and I will get more and more polished and put together in due time. Thanks for giving me grace. All we were promised. Okay. Hello, Steph. Steph in the house. See, my daughters thought that I wasn't going to have a single person here. You proved them wrong. Nat, I'm up to 7. You want to say hello? Hi. Yay, it's Natalie. What are you going to read tonight, Nat?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
I don't know. I don't.
So you had the series, the Nat series, you had started. So maybe that.
Yeah, I could probably read that.
Okay. And then we'll see what Miss G is going to be up to.
But I'm hungry.
Go get some food. So this is the thing about me, you guys. When I plan on doing these sprints, you guys are just going to be here cozied up on the couch with me, hanging out at my house. You're going to hear noise. It's not going to be polished. It's not going to be like the most put together sprints. You're legit literally in my house, which means anything can happen. Thank you so much, Books and Dance, Krista. I'm doing it. Can you believe it? I am so nervous, and I just thought I would try the webcam that comes with the YouTube app to start, just to get this just to get my feet wet, okay? But I promise I'm going to have a more polished, probably StreamYard or, Krista, the the reading sprint queen, I call her, will definitely have to be someone to help me out. So many people. Oh, you've gotten some hellos. Hey, sweet Natalie. I'm going to listen to Alice Finney's Sometimes I Lie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for giving me grace for the journey. All right. So I'm feeling a little weird about the book that I'm reading. I'm feeling really weird about it. So thank you, Krista. It's so nerve-wracking. So let's chat about what I'm planning on reading, I hope. So I've got to finish this book, and I'm feeling really weird about it. It is raunchy, way too raunchy for my taste. However, if you can sift through the raunchiness, there's some interesting, thought provoking prose. The only reason why I'm reading this book is because a colleague of mine read it and said it was life changing for her. It just took the floor from underneath her. We're the same age. The protagonist is like perimenopausal, 40s, mid 40s, late 40s age range. And so, what it means to be a woman in her mid 40s is addressed. The book is All Fours by Miranda July. I had never heard of Miranda July until I got this book. I'm just one of those book people that there's probably authors I should know, but I don't really know them. And that's okay. We don't have to know all the people. I have thoughts. If you have thoughts about this book, let me know. So, where are you from? I'm hearing about what you're reading. Tell me where you're from. Hello, hello. Let's see here. So many amazing people. Hey, Natalie, Glenda, The Leaf Sonata. I love it. Love you. I'm trying to see what's going on. We have someone from Washington State. We have, oh, Lily, there you are. You're back. Okay. I'm trying to get used to the scrolling here. So let's see. I feel like I saw where someone else was from. Pop in the chat where you're from if you feel comfortable doing so. I am, Chicago area, nice. Birmingham, Alabama, currently in Florence. Okay. That sounds great. My brother is vacationing in Miami as we speak. So Florence, Alabama. So I want to say he had to stop. I don't know. Somebody was in Alabama. So we got Florence, we've got Chicago. Oh, are you seriously at your mom's cottage? Oh, you've got to do another sprint, Krista, at the cottage. It was, and tell your mom hello. I know that sounds crazy, but I just love your family. Houston, represent. Glenda, I didn't know that about you. Colorado is breathtaking indeed. I have a work trip that I'm supposed to be going to. It's a work trip planned to Colorado in the winter. So, should be a good time. But you know those work trips. It doesn't mean that you'll get to see all the sites. You're mostly in attending conference meetings and all the things, but that's okay. All right, on my personal YouTube account, we have one of my daughters says, I guess it's G. It has to be Gianna because Natalie has her own thing going. So, hi, Mom, I'm here. And who knows, I might show up later. You will show up later. Oh, and Natalie. Oh, you're giving. I just love my daughters. That is so ironic. So, Natalie, Natalie Bell, love you too, Nat. Natalie Bell, I have a question for you. So, does the author incorporate any references to Colorado in the book? I'm curious. It is like, yes, Leaf Sonata. I agree. Like every time I see Krista when she does her reading sprints, and she's there at the lake house or at the cottage, I'm just wishing I was there with her. So Krista's reading Mind Games by Nora Roberts. Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. I'm glad. Okay, no references yet. Completely fantasy. I've got to stretch myself and read some more fantasy. I started with N.K. Jemisin, and it was too much too soon. I need a lighter entry. Gigi's here. Say hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. This is crazy.
Ain't it though? Like usually we don't have people seeing all of our craziness in between takes on LaRosa Reads.
Yeah, it's crazy around here. Yeah.
Well, only because you have a crazy mama, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you. This is so exciting. Okay. Oh, thank you. Look, Natalie Bell says beautiful girls.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Lily. They are sweet. I am a blessed mama. So, what have we been up to? What have you been up to today before we dive into our first reading sprint? So, as you guys type in the chat what you've been up to today, I'll ask Gianna, what were you up to today?
Just in general.
Yeah, in general.
I went to a friend's birthday party. It was pretty fun, pretty cool,
Yeah. What did you guys do?
We did laser tag. That was pretty fun. I did almost lose, though. I was very close to that.
Well, but you had fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Krista says, love seeing your reader girls. We cannot wait for middle grade March. Yay. Oh, Natalie says you slay, Krista. We think you slay over here at the La Rosa house. So I'm glad you got to see her actually type that out. Okay, took a break from sorting and unpacking. And your new home. Congratulations on your new home. Aw. And crocheting socks for a few hours. I want to learn how to crochet. I just love doing things like that to relax. I'm finding things like coloring. I'm really big into coloring. Am I not, Gianna?
You really are.
And I've been saying for a long time, I want to learn how to crochet too. You know, just like I love doing things with my hands as I'm listening to audiobooks. It's just so soothing and relaxing. And I'm one of those folks that loves like the poppets. And before there were poppets, there was just the packaging stuff, you know, the bubble wrap.
I remember that.
And my grandma and I used to just like have a little contest who could pop the most bubbles on the bubble wrap. And then somebody invented Pop-It. Why wasn't it me? But, you know, that's always been a thing with me. So crocheting sounds amazing. Aw, so nice. So you guys, I think we should do this thing. I think we should do a reading sprint. I don't know in this, and Krista might have to help me out. I was testing, that's why I was a little tardy, but I don't know if I can share the screen. Oh, I can. I see. Share screen. I definitely plan on doing, having, like I said, better camera stuff going on, more pleasing to the eye. I just, like I said, appreciate you guys being here with me as I humbly attempt to lead a reading sprint, to host a reading sprint. So I want to finish this book because it's more like having a conversation piece with my colleague. Sorry, it's in your face, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about we do that? Boop. This, you know how you find yourself reading books because someone you know has read the book and you want to have a conversation about it. So I am taking one for the team. My dear friend / colleague read this. So I'm going to try to finish it, and I will probably go to a confessional afterwards because it is a lot. I don't think I've ever read a book like this before, like ever. And I'm not talking about romance. I'm talking about like bizarre, like your jaw would be on the floor kind of stuff happening. But like I said, if you sift through that, there's some really thought-provoking prose. So I'm going to try to finish that. And then guys, let me know what I should read next. A little sneak preview of some books I'm hoping to get to in September. So hold each one up, G. One is The Music Shop. So that's one option. Should I read that next? The Bookshop Sisterhood. Okay. Is it a maybe? This is a library book, The Neighbor Favor. Should I? Should I not? And then before you hold that one up, I was going to say I have 2 books that I would like to read for my exploration of the New York Times 100 Best Books of the 21st Century so far. And so these last 2 are from that list. So we have Erasure. Okay. Which I haven't read James yet. Have any of you read James yet by this author, Percival Everett? Let me know because I plan on getting to it I just haven't done so yet. And then last choice possibility is Americana. I don't know if I'm in the mood for something heavy, and I believe this is one of those heavy reads. Okay, so you said James was amazing. Now, for the Leaf Sonata, help me out. Did you also read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? And like, did you read it, like reread it? Had you ever read it? Tell me if you had that reading experience along with James, because James is told from the enslaved man's perspective. I have never read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. My dear friend's mom, Cam, who owns Completely Booked, it's an indie bookstore that I actually did a spotlight on La Rosa Reads. She gave me a copy of both James and The Adventures of Huck Finn. Oh, Krista. So listen, I got this for free, thankfully, but I'm nervous. This is the one I'm the most nervous about because you and I have very similar reading taste. And there's just something about this not luring me. It's only one of those books that I have because everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people say I should read it. Okay. Oh, you're putting out your fall decor today, Katie.
We should do that.
We so should do that, G. So Gianna can tell you, what's my favorite season?
Fall, and it's starting to become mine too.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know. It's just like those vibes. Just makes you want to read and drink coffee, even though I don't like coffee.
But I know what you mean, like snuggle up with a good book. Okay. Very good. You should tell Nina, my mom, that I'm on live.
Yeah.
Go tell her and then come back.
Okay.
All right. So I'm curious about the music shop. It's on my shelves, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. Okay, so that's my pick. Thank you, Krista. Oh, so you weren't expecting it to be that good, Leaf Sonata? You couldn't put it down. So you read Huck Finn as a kid, but it was hard to reread. You tried before you read James. Okay. Okay. Oh, Katie, I'll tell Gianna you feel the same way. Okay. So it looks like I might do this is a nice entry. So Rachel Joyce is responsible for one of my all-time favorite books ever, if I'm remembering correctly, Miss Benson's Beetle. So anything that Rachel Joyce writes, I want to be able to get my hands on it and read it. So this would be my second Rachel Joyce book. I see here that The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry is definitely one that I should read. That's the one that she's really most known for. I checked it out of the library and never read it and then returned it. But this will probably be my next read. Thank you so much after I finish all fours. All right, so I'm going to pull up some soothing music and see if I can share my screen. Let's read for 20 minutes. I don't have a timer. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll probably do a timer for now, you guys, instead of having like ambiance. So I'm gonna like type aesthetic timer. Okay, so let's see if I can do something like that. Only because you guys, this has a little bit of both where I can play the music too. Okay, we're gonna give this a try. I just can't thank you all enough. It looks like this. I just found a free one online, so it looks like I can only do what it's set for, which is 25 minutes. So we will read until our heart's content or do whatever you need to do for productivity for 25 minutes. So I'm going to share my screen. Ooh, that's loud. No, we don't like that. That's a little too much. Did you tell her how to get on?
No.
Okay.
She's right here, but she's in the dark.
Okay. We're going to share the screen. And there you go. Happy reading.
I made it almost.
Oh, wow. Good for you. That was like so pleasant. So let's end stream. Oh, no, we're not ending stream. Oh, my gosh. Stop share.
I can hear you in the other room.
Girls, all right. See you later and love you. Happy reading time. So you guys, if you're wondering why the Larissa girls are up so late, it is because they have tomorrow off.
Good day.
All right. Love you.
Okay, I'm gonna fill up my Stanley and go play some Dress to Impress.
All right, toodles. All right, see ya. So tell me about the reading you got done. I hope there isn't terrible feedback. Aw, the Leaf Sonata said to enjoy your day, ladies.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. You'll see because you're on. Grab your iPad. Was there feedback? Let me know. I didn't realize that Natalie had her iPad here. I hope not, because that sound is like nails down chalkboard. All right. Tell me about your reading. 20 pages read. That's great. I'm struggling with this book. It is like this much left. Like this much. And I'm like, okay, Steph. I see you with your 20 pages, you and Lily. Good for you guys. I think I would be reading much better, but this book. Oh, yes, you did get 4 chapters in. Good job, Nat. Glenda, okay. Getting there. Oh, great. Thanks, Katie, for letting me know. Gotcha. You know what I should be doing, Katie? I should be folding towels and washcloths. And one of these days when I'm doing sprints, I will learn how to multitask. I will get there. So I was thinking, you guys, about what we can do in the future. This is a very, like I said, a mini reading sprint experience just to test out everything. I'm trying different timers and different games. I would love to do games with you guys. So I don't know. I figured we could do a bookish quiz this time. Okay, Steph. Did I remind you that the towels are there? So maybe we'll do games. So let's see what the Leaf Sonata says. You had to switch books and start reading Pumpkin Spice and Everything. Nice. How is that? Because that is on my list. Oh, no. Thank God, Krista. But thank God your sister had left. And we're also praying and sending love to those who were involved in this incident. But thank God all is well with your sister. Wow. You know, things can happen so quickly. So quickly. Okay. It's why they're So, okay, it's YA and they're high schoolers, but it's filled with fall vibes. Okay. I need to get into the fall vibes and I need to get out of this book all fours. It is a conversation piece, I will say. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. If you happen upon it or you were already planning on reading it, do your thing. But would I say read this book? No, not at all. Yes, I agreed. We're so glad your sister's okay. I mean, so much. It's like those situations where you are running late and you're so frustrated, and then next thing you know, you finally get in the car and you come up on an accident and you just think, oh my gosh, if I had left a few minutes earlier, that could have been me. Okay, so you love the idea of quizzes. Are you? Now you said you DNF that sucker. Which one are you talking about? All fours or the book? Because you were enjoying the Nora Roberts. So did you, Krista? Tell me, sister, did you attempt all fours? I just feel so. I don't know. I've never read a book where I feel violated or like just in shock and just I don't know. So many things. Okay, so let's try a quiz because I'm coming up on 10 p.m. and I don't want to keep you guys too long tonight. I will plan on definitely starting earlier. And because I love me some Krista and I want to be a part of her sprints, I'm going to make sure that we are not double booked there. So Krista's like my favorite sprinter. And just one of my all-time favorites all the way around. So I don't want to get in the way of her sprints. There's a lot of BuzzFeed. Okay, there's a lot of BuzzFeed quizzes. Before I share my screen, I'm trying to get a feel for what we're going for. What book should I read next? Book Finder. I don't want that. I want like a fun, like book lovers. What's your reading personality? I mean, maybe. I hear myself, girls. Please turn it down.
Sorry.
It's okay. I love that you're on there. Okay, let's try this. All right, sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. I should DNF. I mean, why am I doing this? I just love my friend Krista. I see what you were saying. See, I'm learning. It's tricky doing these sprints, trying to read and like interpret what people are saying. Yeah, I should have DNF'd it. What helped me get through it, and I mean, I don't know if this is something to brag about, that I pushed through it and read something that is not my vibe at all, to say the least. But I was reading lots of other books along the way. So yes, books. Katie, thank you. You've picked up books before that left you feeling empty, just not feeling it all. Just no feeling at all. I've learned to put a book down when I start to feel that way. That's a good point. Oh, Natalie. Or that's Gianna. Please notice me. Okay, Gianna, I notice you.
That was Natalie.
Oh gosh, I can't keep up with these girls. Okay, will I ever do a super chat? I'm not into super chats at the current moment. I'm not feeling led to do that, so no. Yeah, DNF it. Don't torture yourself. You're right, you guys. I should, because it's just a wild experience. So let's explore this quiz. I'm excited. Book lovers, what's your reading personality? Are you an eclectic, serial, exacting, or involved reader? Find out now by taking this fun, fast, and not to be taken seriously quiz. 7 questions in all. So let's do this. Question 1, you've got an hour to spend in the bookstore or library. Where do you start? Type in the chat where you would start before I put my response in. I'm curious. How would you respond? Did it go dark? Oh no. You can't see the screen?
Bruno, why is your screen dark?
What? Can you see it now? Oh, guys. Can you see? Okay, good. Stop. Okay, go. Okay, good. So help me out. You've got an hour to spend in the bookstore. What's your response? I definitely, I like to bounce around from section to section. Okay, Katie's a bouncer too. Yes, for sure. All right. So let's just keep it moving. Question 2. What do you look for when choosing a book? Okay. All right, G. Okay, G is getting something to drink. That's a little loud. It's okay. So, favorite authors, Leaf Sonata, like you're looking for. No, please move that, honey. Like, get that in the next room because I don't want feedback. Anyone else? What are you looking for? This is tricky. If some of my favorite authors have a new book out, I'm definitely going to be going for that. But I think, I don't know. Yeah, me too. So I'm wondering, the next book on my to-read list is usually what I like to do. I usually come in with my Goodreads ready to go to see. I use the holds a lot. I don't do a lot of, like, I'll request holds, and then when I go to pick up those holds, I will peruse around the library. But I don't usually go without already like being on a mission of picking up some holds. Something different. Okay. Yeah. Gotta love that TBR, Krista. Love that TBR. Okay, you guys, next. You're in your local bookstore and you see that an author reading is scheduled for the following day. What do you do? Dun, dun, dun. I went to an author reading in Cleveland, Ohio, and I live in Pittsburgh. So that's about an hour and a half drive. And it was so worth it. I love Mateo Escarpor. He wrote Black Buck, and he has recently released his sophomore novel, The Great Hemisphere, and it was so amazing. I met so many people that I already knew on Bookstagram, aka Instagram, the Book Lovers Corner, and it was just an amazing time. I love our bookish community. People are so amazingly kind, fun-loving. Oh, I encourage you guys to kind of look outside your areas. Like, Pittsburgh has some great literary things happening, great literary events, but that Cleveland trip, not only it was like the best vacation our family took, and it was the one that was not planned. I saw that Mateo Escarpor was going to be in Cleveland, and I thought, okay, that's an hour and a half. I'll just go and check it out. And then I was like, wait a minute, girls, do you want to come with me? Then I was like, wait a minute, the hubby's off. He was on vacation that week. So I'm like, why don't we go to Cleveland? Maybe we can go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And he was like, yeah, and let's go to Cedar Point too, because that's only an hour and a half from Cleveland. We had the time of our lives that what was it, 3 days or so? Gee, was it like 3 days?
Yeah.
It was great. So you're going even if it's not an author familiar to you. I agree. It's just like talking to authors is just, you're always going to learn something new about reading, about the craft, and something new about yourself. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be choice number 2. I sign up for things, but I don't usually end up going most of the time. But I will sign up with the intention of going, so I put it on my calendar. Alrighty, Gianna, we don't need your ballet class right now. Thank you, love you.
Practicing for that season.
You need to be practicing rest in your eyes. Just saying.
I need to have a YouTube channel.
Oh my gosh. She's asking for a YouTube channel. Okay, which one of these quotes appealed to you most? Type it in the chat. Let me know. I'm going to read them for myself. Okay. Anybody want to share which quote? Okay. Yeah, choose an author as you would a friend. Now, listen, if that was the case, which I love that quote, that might be my little metric, because I would not have chosen this book. I don't want to be friends with this author. No offense. And if I look over here at the stat, like Rachel Joyce, for sure. Let me think of some of my authors that are some of my favorite authors. James McBride, heck yeah, he is like such a joy. I've like listened to some of his author talks, and he's amazing. Gee, you're shaking the camera. Let's see here. It's okay. Love you, boo.
Bye, guys.
I kind of will miss you, though.
Okay, I'll be...
Just like, don't do jetés.
Okay.
So let me see. Who else do I love? I love... Gee, what are some... Well, Mateo Scarport. I feel like he's a long-lost friend.
Who is...
The quote is, choose an author as you would a friend.
Oh, what about Half the Room?
Oh, yes! Oh, my gosh. I talk about her all the time. Lisa Cross Smith. Oh, my God. You know what? I'm going with Dylan, too. Okay. I mean, Henry David Thoreau's read the best books first. See, again, if I lived by that quote, this would have never made it in my hands. Yes, I know, right, Krista? When I get a little money, I buy books. And if any is left, buy food and clothes. Yeah, that's accurate. Oh, I think I'm going to do this one because now that's going to be my metric for like my deciding factor. Am I going to read this book? Question 5. Remember, there's 7, so we're almost there. You've heard about a book that looks like it may be good. What do you do? Dun, 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 dun. I'll give you some time. Let's say A, B, C, or D, because this is too much to be typing in the chat. So would you choose A, B, C, or D? Checking it out online. Gee, you are shaking this like no tomorrow. And I still love you. Okay. Katie says B.
I'll be back. I'm getting my PJs.
Good choice. B for sure. C. Hey, Jane. Jane is... Hey, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen that spelling before. I love it. If I was going to have another child, that would definitely be a choice of name. My husband's name is Jason, and originally we were going to name all of our children with names starting with J. I love that. This is tough. Oh, we've got A. Okay. You guys, I'm a B person. I'm just like, okay, I'll just buy or borrow it. But depending on how much I enjoyed the author and how I'm budgeting, you know, I may very well just check it out of the library. I do not buy books that I've already read. Like, if I've read it in the library and I just happen to borrow it and not buy it, I'm not going to be like, oh, I love that book so much, I'm going to now buy a copy for it to just be sitting on my shelves. No offense to other booktubers who do that. They fascinate me. I don't know how you can buy a book to just put it on a shelf and not actually like get it messy and, read it. I don't know. And I don't mean that in a like judgy way. I just can't. I don't know. I can't do it. Thanks to my mama, I get to have an atypical spelling. Oh, I love that. Oh no. I know. That's the only thing when you have like such unique spellings to your name. It's like you can't just go to a truck stop and find a keychain. Do I reread? See, that's a good point. I don't reread, but I am planning on rereading The Great Gatsby, which I read in high school, my sophomore year of high school. So I feel like I should reread, but it's kind of going back to that quote by Henry David Thoreau. Like, there's so many great books out there that I panic at the thought of like rereading a book because I'm thinking to myself, I could be reading a new book and having a new experience. But rereading can give you a new experience too. All right. So we've got B. Almost there. Next to last question. You finished your last book. What do you do? A, B, C, or D, folks? This is tough for me. If I could pick two. Okay, Katie says C. Anybody else? I would say A or C. I always check around the house first, and if I'm not in the mood for it, then I look up the list of books that I've been wanting to read. And I usually don't order it. I place a hold on it at the library. Okay. But A, you guessed, Jane. Okay. I know. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm an A first and then C. All right, last one, because I don't want to keep you too long tonight because we did start late. But like I said, in the future, I'll be earlier. We're just trying to make it. It's so dark in here. I didn't put a lot of lights on because it's nighttime. And I just wanted it cozy. But you need to see me. Okay. See, I guess Krista says, but it's already on my shelf. So maybe that's A. I'm like you. It's kind of like an A or B. Leaf Sonata said A. It's okay. All right. So your friend's having a birthday party and you've decided to give them a book. What do you get? A book by a new author you've just discovered, and maybe you can borrow it later. B, a book that's a bit out of the ordinary, but you think they'll enjoy it. C, a current bestseller that I think will suit them. Or D, a book that's part of a series that you enjoy. Okay. Krista says B. Leaf Sonata says C. Katie says B. I'm thinking B, you guys. But C would be a safe one. It depends on if it's one of my book loving friends that I feel like I could take a risk with, like that they would be open to reading whatever. But if it's a friend that I don't really know their taste, I might just go with that bestseller. It's so hard. I agree. Yes, buying books for others, it is personal. Like it has to be a person in your life that you talk books with. So I'm thinking of my friend Katie. I know her vibe pretty much, but okay. But I wouldn't buy a book for her that I haven't read myself. I would buy her a book that I've read already that I know she would like, or I think she would like it. So probably I'd have to say A then, even though it may not be a new author I've just discovered. I wish it could just be like a book I just read. All right. There shouldn't be any more questions. Okay, you have completed the quiz. Click here to see your result. Do I have to enter my email? Oh, the all-arounder. So I'm all around just vibing here. So let's see. Okay. I'm an involved reader, exacting reader, serial reader, eclectic reader. Yeah. Does that sound right, G?
Mhm.
And you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still vibing.
Yes. Well, my loves, I'm going to stop share here. They gave me a little bit of the Zoom. You know how you like always felt like you had to tell people, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I'm going to close this browser. I don't know why we like narrated everything we did, but I did it. Like, I did it. I did it. I did a reading sprint. Y'all, I have been terrified to do a reading sprint. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm a social person. I'm not afraid to chat and connect, but I think it's a combination of the technology. Will anyone show up? Does anybody care about LaRosa Reads enough to like show up? That sounds really sad. But I don't mean it like that. But I'm a little humble channel, you know? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay. And let me tell you something. I'm trying not to get weepy, but as I look out here and I see Glenda, I see Katie, I see Jane, I see Leaf Sonata, I see Krista, who is someone that I like. So many of you have become like really true friends to me, people that I care about and I think about and quite frankly pray for. Thank you, Katie. And it's just amazing how the internet, social media, it can be used for so much good, you guys. So much good. And you guys just embody that for me. I just thank you, Krista. It is scary. You see people do it and they make it look so easy, like the reading sprint queen, Krista. She makes it look so easy. It is scary and it's a lot to navigate, but I just cannot thank you enough, you guys, for your support of LaRosa Reads. I just started off not even being a booktube watcher. I didn't even know it existed. I thought I was coming up with this great idea and saw that there were so many of you out there. And I am so glad that I took the jump into the bookish social media community. And I'm forever grateful for each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful, 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 wonderful long weekend if it's a long weekend for you. And just know that I love you dearly. I wish you all the best. And I will be back. I'm going to do this. I'm thinking, should I do it once a month? Every couple of weeks? I think once a month is the most manageable, but you'll be hearing soon with more details, more thoughtfulness coming to these. I thank you all for letting me test this out and joining me for the ride. So thank you, Jane. You said keep them coming. I am so grateful. You guys have the best evening. Take care. Say bye, girls.
Bye.